Welcome, bar lovers. Thank you for joining me today. Today's class is going to incorporate some weights. So if you don't have weights, don't think you can't do this workout. You can definitely swap the weights out for a couple of water bottles, maybe a couple of canned goods, or anything you have around that works in lieu of weights. You can also do all these exercises weight-free as well. So today I'll be using 5-pound weights. Personally, it's a little bit heavy for me. I like to go a little bit lighter, anywhere from, I would say, 2 to 5 pounds would be perfect for today's workout. So set your weights down and we're going to get started with some plies. Let's go wide legs, toes out, and then begin full range down and up. Remember to stay into the heels and always be mindful of that posture. Back is straight, shoulders are stacked right over those hips. Throughout class, always feel free to adjust the speed of your exercise. You do not have to move at my pace. You can always move a little bit faster. Maybe you like to move slower. Do what feels best for you today. And we're going to hold our next one down. Take those hands to the hips. Come halfway up and then back down. Remember to always be mindful to have that control over all of your movements. If you feel like you're starting to get a little bit sloppy, just slow it down, rein it back in, and find your control. And on that next one, stay down. Static holds are the perfect time to look at your form. So I always start with the shoulders. Shoulders are down from the ears. Core is drawn in. Weight is in the heels, and then we'll take it right into those pulses. Small and controlled. 3, 2, 1, and turn. We're going to move into some staggered lunges or staggered squats. So I want you to keep your back knee slightly bent here. Hands to the hips. When we bend, we're going to bend both knees, and when we stand, we're only going to worry about straightening that front leg. So take it down and up. This is another one where our shoulders will be stacked over those hips. 2 more. Hold it down. Now halfway up and back down. Hold the next bend. Check your form. Shoulders, core, lift that back heel nice and high. Take it right into your pulses. 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to turn the other way. All right, check your posture. Soft bend in that back knee, and when you're ready, bend and stand. Keep lifting up through the chest. Not the shoulders though. The chest pulls up, shoulders press down. Make sure you're straightening that front leg. Hold it down, half range. And hold. Look at that form. Tighten everything up and take it to your pulse. 3, 2, 1. All right, heels are going to come together. Rotate your toes out to the side. We're going to do little diamonds here. So when we do diamonds, with the heels down, I don't want a big bend in the knee. So give me a really small bend of the knee and then focus on zipping your thighs together really tight. So bend and zip. Posture again. Chest up, shoulders down. Hips and glutes. Every time you squeeze your thighs together, squeeze the back of those legs as well. Good. Keep the weight in the heels. Hold your next bend. Releve lifts. Bring your heels up and down. Try not to bounce up and down here. Remember, we want to stay the same height the whole time. And I'm not using anything as far as for a bar today, but if you want, grab a chair or, work out somewhere where you have something to brace yourself if your balance is a little wonky today. We all have those days. One more lift of the heels, and then we're going to hold it. push your hips forward. Hold it tight. Keep the heels up and pulse it up and down. You got it. Quick little pulses. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Curtsies are next. So take one leg behind the other, whichever leg you want to start with is fine. And we're going to focus on not moving those hips. So if you step too far to the side, your hips are going to want to turn. So make sure you take that foot back a little bit more. And then we're going to bend and stand. This is another one where I don't want you to lean forward. Bending both knees, but we're really pressing most of our weight into that front heel. Hold it down and half range. Make sure your back heel is nice and high. That'll help to shift the weight forward. Two more bends. And hold it. Look at that form. And take it straight to those pulses. Press down through the center of the front heel. In 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. All right, good posture. And when you're ready, we're going to bend and stand. Hips are forward. Make sure you're not twisting. Push down through the front heel. If your balance gets a little off, you can always slow down. Mine's off. Sometimes you'll get that. One leg you have great balance and then the other not so much, but that's okay. 2 more bends. And hold, half range. Push down into that front heel. Hold it down. Shoulders, core tight, back heel high, and then pulse into the front heel. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. All right, we're going to go into some inner thigh lunges now. So I want wide legs. Turn one foot to the side and then the other foot forward. So we're going to bend towards the foot that's turned to the side, just like a warrior two would be, okay? So arms are going to start in front. When we bend, I want you to bring the heel up and the arms out, and then we'll lower the heel as we stand back to center. Keep the chest lifted. Reach long through those arms. Keep it up. 2 more. Lift. Hold the next one. Now come halfway back all the way down and keep pushing your hips forward. You got it. You got it. Hold the next bend. Drop those shoulders. Scan your form. When you're ready, let's pulse it. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Now we're going to take it on to the next side. So turn those toes out, hands in front, bring the arms up as you lift the heel. Shoulders remain low. A lot of times when we incorporate those arms and the arms raise, we think the shoulders should lift up as well. Always remind yourself to have some space between the shoulders and the ears. So you don't want your shoulders like this. It creates a lot of unnecessary tension up in the neck and shoulders, and a lot of us hold our tension there anyway. So shoulders remain low. Hold the next one down, half range. Keep the heel up. Keep the hips pressing forward. Hold the next one. Shoulders are down, abs are in. When you're ready, let's pulse it. Tiny little rocks. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now we're going to use those weights. So grab your weights or whatever you're using in lieu of weights. And we're going to get started with overhead press. So lift the weights, lower the elbows, and press all the way up and all the way down. Beautiful. Remember, change your speed if you need to. Now, if you have tight shoulders, you might notice your tailbone wants to stick out here and push back. Don't let that happen. Press your hips forward. Keep your rib cage tight in. 2 more presses. Up. On the next one, just come halfway down and then all the way up. You got it. Keep it up. 2 more. Hold it down. Good. Press your elbows back. Press your hips forward. Squeeze the core in. Pulse it up. Little baby pulses. The smaller the better, the quicker the better. 3, 2, 1. Rotate toes out. Continuing with some shoulder work. Pull the elbows into your hips. We're going to do a little bend like a plie and then reach forward to the corners of the room. Palms will be up. Don't lean forward. Keep the chest up here. Two more. Then pull those elbows back in and weights forward. Bicep curls all the way up and down, full range. Flex at the top. It's always important to think about the muscle group that you're working. So in bicep curls, of course, is bicep. So every time you come up, flex it to get the most out of the movement. Hold your next one up and then half range down and up. Good. Our elbows are locked into our sides. Hold your next one down. Squeeze the arms in. Release your grip on the weights and then pulse it up. Keep the arms squeezing into your rib cage. 3, 2, 1. Weights come down. Hammer style curls this time. Still focus on the bicep here. We're just going to have the thumbs forward. So we'll curl up and down. Full range once again. So be sure when you do these that you straighten the arms all the way at the bottom. We want to make sure we get the lengthening component as well as that contraction when we pull up. That nice balance there. Hold your next one up, half range, down and up. Squeeze the entire upper arm into your sides. Squeeze it in, tight, tight, tight. Hold your next one, half range. Now we're going to go out and in here. Push back into the back of the hands. Hold it wide. Squeeze those arms in tight, and let's pulse it to the back. Teeny tiny pulses. 3, 2, 1. Into triceps. So we're going to come to a downhill skier position. Soft knees, just a slight lean forward. Lift the elbows up, and then we're going to kick the weights back. Try to keep the elbows above the back here. We want to be sure that we're neutral through the neck, so don't drop the chin down and don't lift the chin up. You can imagine a ripe peach right under it. You don't want to lose it and you don't want to squish it. Hold those arms straight, lower to the hips and lift. Hold it up. Rotate palms facing up now. Look at your form. Pulse up. Palms push up. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. That's going to be it for the weights for the upper body, but we are going to do some tricep push-ups to continue with triceps down on our mat. So today, I'm going to do my push-ups on my knees. You can certainly do them in a high plank for more of a challenge, and to modify, just hold your plank. All right, so shoulders are stacked over the wrists. We're gonna bend, squeeze the arms in, and press. Bend and press. If this is uncomfortable on your knees, remember lifting the feet sometimes will help make that more comfortable. Final 3. Hold the third one down and rest onto the mat. All right, extend your arms and legs out. We're moving into some swan work here. So raise both arms and legs and then lower. This is going to work all the muscles down your posterior chain, down the back of the body. Focus on the lengthening. Every time you lift, reach. Hold your next one up. Now we're going to do heel taps. Beat your heels together, tiny little taps. Keep reaching long through the fingertips. Reach back long through the toes. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest, and let's all press back to child's pose to take a stretch. All right, guys, we're going to come up, and we're going to use one of our weights for donkey kicks. So I want you to place it behind a knee, and then we're going to come down onto our elbows. Make sure the shoulders are right over the elbows. Squeeze the weight tightly, and let's begin donkey kicks up and down. Now, if you're not using weights, just be sure to squeeze your heel in as tightly as you can. And we want to make sure this exercise is not felt in the lower back. So important that you're drawing your core muscles in and up, staying tight there so that your lower back doesn't get involved at all. 2 more lifts. We'll hold that second one up, and now we'll come halfway down all the way up. Hold that next one up high. Look at your form. Maybe you can push down into your elbows a little more. Squeeze your heel in a little tighter and pulse it up. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Take it behind the other knee. Drop right back down into the elbows. Good. Grip tight on the weight and then full range up and down. Remember to stay in control of these movements. So we want to lower with a lot of control, just like we lift with a lot of control. Two more. Then we'll stay at the top and switch right into half range. Good. Core is in, especially if you start to feel lower back. Tighten up through the front. Hold your next one up, draw the heel in tighter, and take it to your pulses. 3, 2, 1. Set the weight to the side. We're going to come up onto our knees, so we're going to do kneeling hips to work the sides of the leg. So lean over to one side, and we're going to lift and lower with a nice straight leg here. Now, if your wrists are sensitive, you always have the option to come to fingertips or fists if that feels better for you. Keep reaching long. We don't want to bend the knee. Hold your next one up, half range down and up. Keep stretching it out. You can do it. That leg starts to feel so heavy, I know. Keep pushing. Hold your next one up and switch to a flexed foot. Push out through the heel, lengthening the leg. And pulse it. 3, 2, 1. Drop down to that hip. We're going to move into some inner thigh work. So straighten the bottom leg to the corner of your mat and then cross the leg you just worked over in front. All right, we're gonna lift and lower here. Push out through the heel. Once again, we want a nice straight leg. Hold your next one up, and now we're going to slide back and forth. Make a nice precise line with your heel. Hold it to the back. Straighten the leg as much as you possibly can and pulse it up. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll switch sides. Come back up onto those knees for the hips and lift and lower. Lengthening with every lift. Reach long. You don't necessarily have to point the toes when I say reach. You could spread the toes wide and reach out through more of the ball of the foot. If you want to point, that's perfectly fine as well, as long as you're really trying to lengthen the muscles with every lift. 2 more lifts here. Hold it up, move into half range. Keep the legs straight. The knee likes to start to bend here. 2 more. Hold, switch to flexed foot, push out through your heel. And pulse. 3, 2, 1. Drop down to your hip. Straighten the bottom leg, cross the top leg over. Let's go right into those inner thigh lifts, up and down. Now I'm reaching to the corner of the mat. Sometimes we do these with the foot in line with the body, but today you can reach forward. It works just a little bit different area of the inner thigh. Be sure you're pushing into the heel here though. And hold the next one up, then we'll come back and forth. And you can feel it really here, where you feel the different parts of the inner thigh working depending on the position of the leg. Push through the heel. Keep it straight, keep it long. We'll hold that next one to the back and pulse it up. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, guys. Let's flip over onto our bottoms, and we're going to move into some core work. So we are going to use a weight. Of course, this is optional. It can be done without as well, but we're going to start with those sit-ups. So sit nice and tall, bring the weight into the chest, roll it back, and then bring it up and reach forward. What I want here is thighs into your rib cage. Take it back and bring it up. Now that we're working core, be even more mindful to pull the core in tight. Remember, we don't want to train the muscles to bulge out. Draw them in. We're going to hold that next one up. Lean back slightly, bring the weight into the chest and side to side. Elbows are wide here. Let's go one more each way. And then roll all the way down into the back again. All right, now take that weight up. Take your right leg up and left leg out. Your head can stay down for a modification or lift it on up to make it more challenging. Switch legs. Try to bring that leg all the way to the weight every time. Both legs are long. Let's do 2 more. And then when that right leg comes in, bend it. Drop the weight to the right for crisscross. Side to side. Try to do this with straight arms if you can. One more each way. And then take a rest. All right, extend the legs out. Reach the weight straight up. We're going to come up into single leg tuck-ups with the weight. So we're going to lift the head back, tuck the right knee in, and then take it down. And then left. Back to right. Keep alternating. One more on each side. Beautiful job. Take the weight overhead. Bring the knees up towards your chest. Reverse crunches. Again, we're working compression. How close can you get your thighs to your chest or your rib cage? Okay, I want you to really squeeze down on these. Here we go. Squeeze and roll down. Squeeze, roll down. Nice. If you want to make these more intense, bring your feet down lower towards your bottom and keep your ball a little bit tighter. That makes them harder. Two more. All right, final compression. Here we go. Raise the weight up. Pull the knees down. Lift your head. Drop those heels. Reach through the weight. Hold, hold, hold. Keep pulling those thighs down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. That is it, folks. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day.